Hello again, and welcome. If you're a first-time visitor, we hope that you will find something on this site that will be helpful for you. If you're a returning visitor, we thank you for your support. We are making a great effort to make a place of community and discussion. And if we have assisted or helped even one person, it's been worth the effort. We're going to continue doing what we're doing, and we hope that as time progresses, more of you will feel comfortable in leaving us a comment, a message, or share some of your own experience. A large part of what I share here is my experience, along with how it relates to the recovery information. Our literature gives us some idea of what we can look forward to if we apply this way of life. And enough people have recovered and experienced similar happenings in their life that they actually put a part in the book of AA, the Alcoholics Anonymous Big Book, that describes what will happen for you if you wholeheartedly approach recovery. And it's on page 83 and is called The Promises. And the promises outline the changes that can happen in your life if you really work at making change. My first sponsor, Doug, though, imparted a bit of wisdom on me that I'm going to share with you, and it really helped me to understand my failings. And what he said was, you know, Bill, it's okay to have goals. It's okay to work towards, towards outcomes. It's okay to have plans and work towards them. He said, but just leave your expectations behind. Because when we have expectations and things don't match those expectations, we end up with anger, resentment, all those negative feelings that we can't handle, and it causes us to drink and use because we don't like to feel that way. So he said, make your plans, work towards your goals, and take everything that comes as a gift, the good and the bad. And you'll always be surprised, and you'll never be disappointed, because you're not expecting anything. Everything's a gift. So when the promises start off, if we are painstaking about this phase of our development, and that implies that we really need to pay attention, we will realize before we are halfway through. Halfway through, step 5, the miracle step. That's when things started changing for me. The first promise is we are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. The freedom for me was that I got up every morning and I no longer focused my day around how I was going to get my booze or drugs, how I was going to use my booze or drugs, who I was going to manipulate or steal from in order to get the money for my booze and drugs. You know, the guys I used to hang around with and use, we had a saying. We thought it was smart at the time. And the saying was that booze and drugs will get you through times of no money better than money will get you through times of no booze and no drugs. And we thought that was smart. It kind of summed up the way we live. And just as a note, out of that group of people that used to hang around and drink and use together, I am the only one left alive. I stopped drinking and using. They didn't. So the freedom for me is the freedom to not be consumed by my addiction. Not be focusing from morning till night on how I'm going to arrange to drink and use. The happiness was being reconnected with the world around me. To get up in the morning and go, good morning, God, instead of, oh, good God, it's morning. You know, to take joy in the simple fact that I'm alive and that I can experience the world around me. when I was drinking and using, I used to relate to that, I think it's John Cougar Mellencamp song, Jack and Diane. And the one line in that where it says, you know, ooh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Well, the thrill of living returned. I started to experience joy at the things around me. You know, I started to experience joy at being in community with others, being a part of something. I started to experience joy at just being there and being able to watch a sunrise or to watch a sunset. What really helped with this was living in the moment, living in the now, understanding that right here, right now is the most important moment of my life. And that helped me to not get caught up in the regret of the past, the guilt, shame, and remorse of the past, or fear of the future and its uncertainty. I didn't pay much attention to that. I worried about what was going on right here, right now, and the joy of discovery, you know, of rediscovering my life, of rediscovering people, and of rediscovering just everything. So the first promise is the beginning of our journey, the freedom and the happiness, the freedom to be who we are, and the joy at being who we are. Over the next 12 installments, we're going to, or the next 11 rather installments, we're going to examine the other 11 promises, and I'm going to share a little bit about what I've discovered as I've experienced them in my life. And hopefully you'll take the time to share with us on our blog a little bit of your experience and what it was like. It's by joining together this way in community that we will be stronger. Together we stand, or alone we die. And I don't know about you, but I'm not ready to die yet. So with your help, we'll continue on one day at a time, discovering what comes next. So until we meet again, I wish for us to all, as one big happy recovery family, to walk together hand in hand with each other and with our higher power. Bless you all, and shalom.